What's up, everyone? Jeremy here from MTGheadquarters.com doing a not so vintage but old M12 booster box opening. I don't think there's anything in here that's worth a ton of money, but for those of you that started around M12, or, you know, it's a core set, so there's going to be your Jaces, there's going to be your Sorens. Some of the foils are probably a little spendy because of EDH. Maybe they're played in EDH. I think this is just about the time I started. I think I've opened some M12. Maybe it was M13, but we'll go through this. We'll have a little fun. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy it so much that you share it with your friends. Because, you know, Magic the Gathering, while it has drug-like tendencies, it's not a drug and should be shared with everybody. Our rare Spirit Mantle. We have a Personal Sanctuary. During your turn, prevent all damage that will be dealt to you. It's an enchantment. Oh, and a foil, Brink of Disaster. They snuck that foil in there. Sometimes the foils are just in different spots. So I'm not quite sure where to expect it. Sometimes when I open stuff, I don't even know where the rare is. Core sets are core sets, you know. M14 had some good stuff in it. Scavenging Ooze and the Hydras and all sorts of fun stuff. Arcania Spinner. 5/7 with Reach. Arcana Spinner. I do not enjoy drafting core set. I realize that now that I've been through a couple cycles now. Boy, it is. I don't like it. There's a Ponder. Feels like there might be a foil in here. A Rootbound Craig. And a foil Flash Freeze. Pretty cool looking though, huh? Sorry if my, I turned on the furnace because it's like, it went from 40 degrees yesterday down to about 5 or 10 right now. And my feet are blocks of ice down here in the basement. I don't know that turning on the heat this late in the game is going to do anything, but you know, you probably recognize a lot of these from, you know, a lot of these are reprinted in core sets. Visions of Beyond, 1-drop, instant draw a card. If graveyard has 20 or more cards in it, draw 3 instead. So a lot of these, like Chandra's Outrage, I recognize. A lot of the Planeswalkers are reprinted. Pacifism, standard core set. I don't even know where I got this box, to be honest with you. Sarah Angel, Lubufu's Fave, Goblin Bang Chuckers, Elixir of Immortality, and a Sutured Ghoul. Very cool looking art though. Yikes. 7-drop, Trample, enters the battlefield, exile any number of creature cards from the graveyard, and that's what its power and toughness become. And again, I've listened to your feedback. I've decided to put the entire booster box in one video, but I'm going a little faster, but I am recapping the rares at the end. Just so, oh, Sun Petal Grove. What do you call them? Buddy lands, or I don't know. They're the core set lands, right? Every one of these packs has a little damage on the first card. It's kind of annoying. Oblivion Ring. The old O-Ring. Oh, and a Mythic, and it's Time Reversal. They shuffle their hand. Each player shuffles a hand and graveyard into their library. Draw 7 cards. Exile Time Reversal. Good old Time Reversal at Mythic. Pacifism is one of the most common, like, first cards, I swear, in core packs, core set packs. Love that art. Ooh, a Soren Markov. Awesome. I don't have any of this, I don't think. So it's +2, it deals 2 damage to target creature or player, and you gain 2 life, which is really cool. Target opponent's life total becomes 10, and you control target player during that player's next turn. Yikes. Oh, and we have a foil Rites of Flourishing. Heck yeah. I think that's a spendy card. I feel like. Not huge, right? But for a core set, 3 years after it came out. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Reassembling skeleton. I like that art there. Whoops. An O-ring. Phantasmal dragon. And a cemetery reaper. 2/2. Other zombies get +1/+1. Much like the Goblin King. Do they still print that? I'm pretty sure they still do. In some form or fashion, right? Oh, mana leak. How do you guys like core sets? Great Sword. Turn to Frog. Bell Tower Sphinx. And a rare Scrambleverse. Scrambled Eggs Verse. Ham Scrambleverse. My bowling ball actually has Ham Scrambler inscribed on it. Because that's what I call it. Deathmark. That is really cool looking, huh? Buried Ruin. And a Chandra's Phoenix. Alright. Are people still playing that in Mono Red? Mono Red Devotion. Seems like you might play it. Maybe not. Oh, Soren's Thirst. I remember seeing this card and thinking it was so awesome. I mean, it is pretty good. It's kind of like Freaka's Cure, right? Same card, different name. Doomblade. The most uncommon common ever. Alabaster Mage, Scepter of Empires, Zombie Infestation, and our rare is a Jace's Archivist. 3-drop for 2/2, and you can pay 1 and tap. Each player discards his or her hand, then draws cards equal to the greatest number discarded in that way. Yikes. That could be an issue. An issue. Oh, my foot's frozen. Lure. I remember the old art of this was like a gelatinous blob. Jade Mage. Phantasmal Dragon. And an Aegis Angel. Yay. 6 for a 5/5 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, another target permanent is indestructible for as long as you control it. Seems good. I mean, until you see the mana cost, but I don't know. Core sets, if you were in limited, you'd probably play it, right? I would assume. Fireball. Oh, that card brings back memory for me. Quicksilver Amulet. Put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield in exchange for 4 and a foil Glade Cover Scout. You know, I think the reason I didn't love the core set limited is because people were way more familiar with previous core sets than I was at that time. So it's like, I was just kind of finding out that Doomblade was a thing. Yeah, I know. You laughed. Our rare is a Grim Lavamancer. 1/1 for 1. Exile 2 cards from your graveyard, and it deals 2 damage to target creature or player. That seems pretty powerful. That seems good. Seems good. Especially in like a burn deck. You get to re-burn, you know? You cast a lightning bolt or something like that, and then hit him for 2 more again later. Hashtag value. Autumn's Veil. Flash Freeze. And there's a Dragon Skull Summit. Red-black land. Comes into play tapped. Unless you control a mountain or a swamp. Oh, you know what? I'm probably the one damaging the cards the way I'm opening these. Take a little more care, right? Volcanic Dragon. Very cool looking. Rusted Sentinel. Demon's Horn. And our rare is a World Slayer. Equipped creature deals combat damage to a player. Destroy all permanents other than World Slayer. Interesting. Interesting. It's so weird now that I switched to this new format because I'm so used to like stopping the video and doing the next 12 instead of just kind of firing through the whole thing. But this is, I think, the general consensus that I got. Well, I think Diabolic Tutor, Lord of the Unreal. 2-drop for 2/2. Illusion creatures you control have 1/1 and hexproof. I mean, I think the general consensus is people wanted to see me open up booster boxes like every day. But the reasonable consensus was something around, you know, they like seeing the whole thing. People don't mind the longer video. So, all right, Dragon's Claw, Combust, and Day of Judgment. 4 mana Wrath. So, ooh. Onyx Mage. Combust. Beltar Sinks. And a Skin Shifter. 2-drop for 1/1, and until end of turn it becomes a 4/4 Rhino, gains trample, or a bird, or a plant, or a train. Thran Goblin Foil. Ugh. So I hope you guys are doing well. I am. I hope you have a good holiday season. Scepter of Empires, Kraken's Eye, Smallpox, and Aegis Angel. 5/5 flyer for 6. We've seen you before. We've seen you before. I want a Chandra Pyromancer. I do like how, like, they all have different colors. As opposed to, like, Theros, they're all the same looking. I know it doesn't matter, it's irrelevant, but... yeah. You know? What you can do? Rites of Flourishing. That should go with the foil we have. So, I kind of get the feeling that, like, more seasoned players don't even buy core set stuff. Is that true? I mean, I know I probably will buy way less of it next year just because so much of it's reprinted. But is that the thing? Archon of Justice. 4/4 for 5, flying. If it dies, exile target permanent. I guess I could see why, you know. Manolith. Singer Vampire. They use the same art, M14, I think, right? Oh, when you have a Mythic, it is Bloodlord of Basgoth. 3/3 for 5. It has Bloodthirst of 3. Very cool. So you can basically, if you play it right, you'll get a 6/6 flyer for 5. And whenever you cast a vampire creature, it gains Bloodthirst 3. That could be a pretty fun little vampire deck. I've always wanted, like, I think the player in my heart is really a tabletop player. And vampire decks are, I mean, vampires and zombies, that kind of stuff appeals to me. Circle of Flame. An Vengeful Pharaoh. 4/5. 5/4 with Death Touch. Whenever a combat damage is dealt to you or a planeswalker you control, if it is in your graveyard, destroy target attacking creature and put it on the top of your library. Yikes. Card seems OP. OP in mono black. Doomblood. Singer of Empire. And I have a Solemn Simulacrum. Yeah, 4 for 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic line card, put it into play tapped, and when it dies, you can also draw a card. I'm not a fan of artifacts. I know they pushed it in, what was it, Mirrodin block? Not for me. I like artifacts basically being purely equipment. That's how I like them. Flame Blast Dragon. Big fat dragon. Oh, wow. With a fireball on a stick. Yeah, that thing seems pretty ridiculous. Give it haste and it's standard playable, right? I don't know. Seems like it, maybe. It's expensive, but damn. Primordial Hydra. There we go. Another Mythic. Pump it up. Come in with a big fatty Hydra. I do like the Hydras. I think they're cool. Again, they kind of go with that mythical creature thing that I like. And a rare. Call to the Grave. Hello? Is a grave there? Bad joke, I know. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a non-zombie creature. At the beginning of the end step, if no creatures in the battlefield, sacrifice. Call to the Grave. So, I'm thinking about what to get in 2014 for booster boxes. I need to obtain, what, 24 of them. Meaning probably 12 booster boxes of, like, old stuff. Not necessarily all old core sets, but older stuff. Turn to Frog. Fireball. Sphinx of the Othune. Big fatty. I feel like that was in Return to Ravnica, was it? It's in a recent set. I don't think it was a core set. Oh no, it might have been a different name. I don't know. Throne of Empires, 4-drop, put a 1 with a 1 and tap, put a 1/1 soldier creature token on the battlefield, put 5 of these tokens on the battlefield. If you control artifacts, named Crown of Empires. Again, I don't like it. Yeah, so I gotta, you know, maybe I'll like open a poll on Facebook or something and say what 12 booster boxes do you want to see in 2014? Because, you know, I'll have the whatever is in standard at the time. Elvish Archdruid, very solid card, and a foil Lava Axe. I'll have, you know, whatever's in standard, so we'll have Born of the Gods, and whatever that last one is, Journey into Nyx. Then there'll be M15, Rock Egg, Azure Mage, Timely Reinforcements, and a Rares of Mana Barbs. This still card holds a place. When I used to play Kitchen Table, even when I first got back into this game, I built decks with that card in it. 4 of that card. Then I realized that it really wasn't that good. At least for the people I was playing. Smallpox. And our rare is a Mythic Dragon. Man, I'm a magnet for these fatty dragons and no planeswalkers. Furyborn Hellkite, 6/6 for 7 with Bloodthirst of 6, so potentially a 12/12 flyer. That would be insano flex. Down to our final 2 packs, folks. Dun dun dun. So if you're brand new to the channel, Doubling Chant. All right. 6-drop for each creature you control. You may search your library for a creature card with the same name and put that on the battlefield. Then shuffle your library. So last pack, 2012 core set, old school booster box opened by MTG headquarters. If you're new to the channel, I sincerely hope you take a second to just crush that subscribe button. If you're already one of the awesome HQ crew, please take a second to crush that thumbs up button below the video and talk with me down in the comment section down below. I love answering comments and speaking to you guys. Our final rare, Gideon's Avenger. 2/2, whenever a creature an opponent controls becomes tapped, put a 1/1 counter on Gideon's Avenger. That's pretty gonzo, right? Now we're gonna go over recap our rares for those of you that have skipped here. I'm sure most of you just like hearing these sultry sounds in my voice anyway. Gideon's Avenger, Doubling Chant, Furyborn Hellkite, Mana Barbs, Elvish Archdruid, Throne of Empires, Sphinx of Uthune, Call to the Grave, Primordial Hydra, Flame Blast Dragon, Simulacrum, again with that pronunciation, Vengeful Pharaoh, Bloodlord of Vazgoth, Archon of Justice, Rites of Flourishing, Aegis Angel, Skin Shifter, Day of Judgment, Lord of the Unreal, World Slayer, Dragon Skull Summit, Grim Lavamancer, Quicksilver Amulet, Aegis Angel, Jace's Archivist, Chandra's Phoenix, Scrambled Eggs, Cemetery Reaper, Foil Rites of Flourishing, Soren Markov, Time Reversal, Sun Petal Grove, Sutured Ghoul, Visions of Beyond, Rootbound Crag, and Arcanus Spinner. Oh, and a Personal Sanctuary. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this crazy booster box opening. I look forward to talking again real soon. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Check out some of our most popular playlists, everything from MTG vlogs, gameplay video, new product breaks, and some insane vintage openings. And if you haven't yet, here's your opportunity to crush that subscribe button to join the fastest growing Magic the Gathering channel on YouTube. Thanks again, and we'll see you real soon.